this is for all the MAGA voters posting about not getting a shit about people not getting their SNAP benefits. Quick education, 55% of whites voted for Trump. Whites are the people who use SNAP benefits the most. They make up 37% of SNAP benefit recipients. And most of those people are in the Southeast and other rural.
A lot of people that are on food stamps and live in really poor areas also are Trump voters.
I voted for him for lower grocery prices. Not only has that not happened, I'm getting my food stamps taken. I did not ask for them.
Am I a bad person because I got a little smile on my face when I found out that 42% of the people that receive SNAP benefits are white people in red states?
Areas.
Too many privileged white people are coming here on this app and they're talking about people that benefit from food stamps, which most of them happen to be white. Most of them happen to live in Republican states, red state. Now, don't blame the Democrats because this is absolutely Trump's doing. He can fund it if he wanted to. He's funding ICE. He's sending $40 billion to Argentina. Why are you not mad with him? The only thing the Democrats want to do is make sure that you have affordable health care and people are getting their notice. So not only you're not going to have your food stamps until the government is back in order, but you're going to have a big freaking health care bill coming January. And before you start coming over here complaining about the Democrats, I need you to go to the videos in which people are crying, teachers, healthcare professionals, in which their insurance has doubled or even tripled. Good luck on trying to get food and trying to stay healthy.
Baby, white TikTok is in a frenzy, and while I have my voice right now, I'm gonna use that hoe. They don't understand how their SNAP benefits are being cut off in November. They literally thought when they heard SNAP benefits, it was only gonna hit the black folks, okay? Now I'm gonna say this. When the government shuts down, it does not just shut down for one particular group of people. It shuts down for everybody. So yes, white people in the Midwest, these Appalachian white folks, y'all ain't gonna have y'all shit either. Now I am gonna say this, when you decided to vote for that man, you put a wild card on the table during UNO. You don't know which way this man is gonna go. And no, I am not blaming Democrats once again.
Seeing white people in real time come on this platform with the realization that SNAP benefits is the same thing as food stamps and EBT, it's quite comedic. I can't lie, it's a little funny. And not funny, haha, funny, weird, because they did the same shit with Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act. They didn't realize that they were one and the same. Just two different names. SNAP, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, EBT, food stamps, they're all the same, just different. You know, one is just like the government official name. I don't know. That's the thing about racism and being racist. It's a sickness. It's a disease that's generational, if we're being quite frank. And y'all don't want to heal from it. Y'all don't want to get better because you feel like you can stand on some imaginary pedestal instead of, I don't know, instead of allowing everyone to get benefits that make all of our lives better. You will cut off your nose to spite your face. You will shoot yourself in the foot in the name of making things difficult for a demographic that you just don't like, for something that they can't change, their skin. But then you don't realize you're hurting yourself too. And a lot of these politicians, the only color they care about is green. Money is their god. Money is who they serve.
Absolutely love your comment. Okay, love it. You are correct within 1 to 2%. Okay, you are very, very close. I'm sure you did your fact checking, but you brought up something very important about race, and it does need to be talked about because you are correct. The data you talked about. So the latest USDA stats do show us that about 36 to 38% of SNAP participants are white, aka on the form, non-Hispanic. That means 62 to 64% are from other racial/ethnic groups. But it also means that this is a nationwide program. It reaches across racial lines and economic classes, right? So if someone were to tell you SNAP is only for minorities, that's definitely false. It's for low-income people of all races. I will get into why I just stated that here shortly. But let's get into the racial data and why it actually does matter and why your comment matters so much right now. So authoritarian governments have historically used divide and conquer, telling one group, you pay, they're taking it, or they're different than you. If people believe it's just for them over there and not for themselves, they may accept cuts actually when their own community is targeted next. The fact that a significant portion of recipients are white means any rollback is still everyone's problem, not just one racial group.
So many racist white people are okay with SNAP benefits being removed from everybody in the United States of America, and they sit here and act like they're not the largest recipients of SNAP benefits in this country.
I'm sorry I'm laughing because honestly, it is quite funny that at the end of the day, this is actually what these people subscribe for. First, I just need to apologize that my mic is bad and right now the generator is on. That is why you're hearing any sound you're hearing in the background. I'm so sorry for that. If you live in Nigeria, you know how far. But anyways, welcome back to the channel. It is funny how we see these poor white people coming out to cry, especially about EBT and food stamp. And sometimes I keep asking myself, you actually voted for this, right? You subscribe to this, so why are you always coming to cry? Are you coming to cry so that we can help you cry? Because as it stands now, the only thing I can do for you is to laugh and not to cry. But anyways, credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. With that being said, let's finish up this video and I'll be back with commentaries.
A lot of videos right now where a lot of people are really pissed at Trump. They weren't mad at him when they got to see other people lose stuff, but now that it affects them.
Frequently claim that immigrants and poor black families are living off the system. They're on welfare. They're mooching. But here is the truth. The majority of people on public assistance in the United States of America are white.
In America, there is a misconception about who is on welfare. Now, let me just say this. There is no one program in the United States that constitutes welfare. There are many social programs in the United States that are part of what the United States calls the social safety net, which is really not much of a safety net at all when you consider the meager benefits that people receive. So what I've decided to do is look quickly at the statistics from the last census. Now, this holds true going back, but actually in the last 20 years, it has increased. The number of people receiving public benefits of some sort or another has increased amongst one particular demographic, and that is amongst white people. 20 years ago, 61% of all the people receiving public benefits of some kind in the United States were white people. Today, 76.2% of all the people receiving some form of public benefit were white people.
Finally, you get to see the true America. The stipulation has always been that black people are lazy, that black people are on welfare. Well, guess what? A lot of poor white people in the red states are now crying that they're not getting the EBT money from the EBT cards. Why? Because they are on welfare. They have 7 and 8 kids. Now the truth is coming out since Trump has slashed funding for the EBT and the SNAP programs. You see how many white people now are on welfare. So all this mythical stuff about black people being on welfare, oh, it's the blacks, it's the blacks, it's the blacks. Now you're seeing the real America, that it's not only black people on welfare, that there are a lot of white people on welfare also. There are a lot of white people, a lot of poor people living in those red states, and those red states that voted for Trump are now getting hit hard.
To think that the pause to SNAP benefits on November 1st isn't going to affect you because you don't receive food stamps, I want you to hear this. About 1 in 8 Americans receive SNAP benefits. In fact, in Oklahoma, where I live, that's 1 in 6 people. So about 600,000 people in my state alone, Oklahoma.
Anyways, welcome back, guys. Welcome. And yeah, you guys have seen all of that video that I actually have. I don't even want to put much clip on this particular video because at the end of the day, these people will literally keep crying and keep making noise in our ear. And a lot of them actually voted for this. Yes. They voted for this. They knew what they were actually going for, but still they actually subscribed to this. They actually voted and subscribed for this. Why are you always coming to cry in our ears? And one thing I know about these people is they will literally keep crying. And the good part I love about black folks is black folks are always ready for the unforeseen. I'm telling you guys, honestly, you hardly come see black folks coming here to cry and be like, oh, it is over for us. I saw a particular black mom that actually said, I will do every single thing to keep my children happy and to make my children feed, even if there is not SNAP benefit, even if the government decides to take SNAP benefit for as long as they can. I will make sure I work my axe out for me to actually feed my kids. But you don't get to see most of these white folks coming to talk about it. The only thing they always cry about is, oh, I voted for him, why is he taking my food stamp? This was actually not what I subscribed for. This is actually not the bargain. You can even see an old man coming here to literally cry in one of the clips I actually saw on TikTok that Trump should come, that this is actually not the agreement that they have. So I started asking myself questions like, which particular agreement do you guys have? Because the last time I checked, this man literally told you guys that this is what he's going to do. And that is why black folks that were actually educated are actually telling you guys that this is actually not the route for you guys to take. That you guys should actually take another route that can actually help you. But no, you refuse to take that particular route. Yeah, you took the route that you think that is actually going to be favorable to you, forgetting that at the end of the day, this particular route will actually burn you out. And now you are coming to cry, you are coming to lament, especially for the fact that they said November EBT is actually not going to be working, or SNAP benefits is actually going to be taken. You're coming here to cry instead of looking for a solution on how your children can feed, on how you can actually feed your 9 babies, 10 babies, 6 babies with different daddies. These white folks, sometimes I really do not understand the part that they are coming from. I saw a particular video where some black folks were like, okay, let's boycott Christmas so that at the end of the day we can actually rest. You see these white folks coming to be like, oh, do you think that Christmas would actually not hold without you? I was like, So the truth of the whole matter is, black people are always there to put you at the right spot, but only few people that understand, that actually want to be educated, that actually understand the part that black folks are actually coming from, are the only ones that will succeed. Honestly, I feel pains for especially children that are actually not going to feed. I don't even pray for this November SNAP benefits taken out to actually work. But if it does, I feel like a lot of black folks are still going to survive more than white folks. It is what it is. And we are just approaching closer to making it one of the most longest government shutdown. Like, this government literally do not have anybody. I think this will actually teach a lot of white folks lesson, that at the end of the day, these people literally do not care about you. The only thing they care about is their self, right? Because if they do, they will not keep blaming Democrats that it is actually Democrat that is actually still prolonging this so-called government shutdown. Why their Republicans know that everything is actually in their hand. You can see that the only thing that this man is actually focused on, the orange man is focused on, is building the ballroom and making sure the White House is actually being built and demolished anytime he actually wants to rise and fall. It's just a whole lot, honestly. But anyways, I just know that my black folks will actually survive without no doubt. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. Credit belongs to original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Do what? Subscribe, like this video, drop me your comments, and lastly, do not forget to share for every other person to get this good news. And guys, with no further ado, I do like I say in my videos, I'm going to say bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. But bye guys, I love you guys. Mwah.